Okay, so our premium started dogs, we usually run them with double marks and back command for an unmarked fall. Whenever we get them through their imprinting, which starts around 8 weeks, and somewhere around 5.5 months of age. At that point, they like to retrieve in the water, use their nose in the tall grass. Then we go, start doing their obedience work, studying up the single mark, progress forward from there. When we do our double marks with these dogs, we usually send them back to the first mark first, and then the last mark. The reason that we go to the first mark first is because if the dog is allowed to go back to the last splash, he'll want to go to the last splash for the rest of his life. So if you keep lining him up to which one you want, and he learns to go to that first one that was down, you get to where you can line him up to which one you want, then from there you can easily get whichever bird you want. If you got a crippled bird and a dead bird, as long as you line your dog up. Of course the dog is going to go right behind the handler. So if you get the dog to where you can be selective on your marks,
Back.
which we train in the beginning to go back out on the first mark. So they learn that from the very, very beginning. And you can usually line them up to get the crippled bird instead of the dead bird.
Back.
And then once they're going out for something they don't see, they learn, go out in the grass, hunt for it. We usually stretch that, like I said, 40 to 60 yards. These dogs are usually collar conditioned, just like our basics. Collars generally used for nose on the ground and maybe getting a step out front. A lot of guys take these dogs and in no time at all they have them running triples. We just get the basics going. You go where your sense, start building a memory with 2 marks down. If you don't see a fall, you go on back. People build and build and build on it from there.
Sit. Back. Heel. Heel.
I think he was fixing to hunt back. He might not.
Back.
Smelled it. Took him a minute to get on top over there.
Sit. Back.
The premium started dogs on the water, they do the same thing, some doubles. Go out on back. We have decoys placed out all over the place. The dogs get used to seeing the decoys. Some of these dogs that'll leave in the fall of the year, you know, wintertime, November, December, January, February, sometimes the water work is a little bit behind the land work. I was saying that in the basic started dog description video simply because I don't want the young dogs getting too cold in their first winter. I want them developing a fear of that cold water. Sometimes in the wintertime, I mean the summertime, like now or moving forward the next couple months, the water drills will be a little bit farther than the land drills simply because it's so hot. So we'll get the dogs where they're running their drills. We want to keep it fun. They're young. You got to keep it fun and energetic for them. So we don't want them getting out there and getting too hot and letting it turn into work for them. So once we get these doubles on down with these dogs, we'll put dummies back out over here and send them on back. With these dogs, like I was saying earlier, we generally get them to where they're running their doubles. Going back to the first mark. That way you can be selective on which one you want. We have instructional videos that come with these dogs They go over all of our commands: sit, heel. If they break, we tell them no. Also go over sitting, staying in place. And all of our dogs have blogs on our website to where you can kind of follow their progression. Usually their blogs will go back with pictures and videos from whenever they were little puppies. And then it goes from puppy pictures all the way up through progressional videos to watch the dog step through all of his training. We do a lot of frozen bird work and shooting with these dogs. Usually we have frozen ducks that we use. Get them used to the feathers. Get them used to retrieving the birds with the gunshots. We also offer crate training, platform work, layout blind work, dog hide work, ATV riding, some boat work. There's a list of options that we have on the second page of our contract that we do with a lot of these dogs in order to help them fit in the terrain they're going to hunt, depending on exactly what you're going to do with them or how you're going to hunt them. Sometimes people will actually ask us to do evaluation for extreme hunt drive in the grass if they're hunting in a lot of cover. Sometimes people just want strong swimmers. So we go through and evaluate dogs sometimes for people when they contact us and tell us exactly what they need their dog to do or what they're going to use them for. We can go out and go through a few different dogs and try to help them select which one that we think has the best natural talents to help them to excel in the job they're going to have.